Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another awesome video on the channel. And in today's video, it's going to be somewhat of a cool one, but also a controversial video. So, yeah, without further ado, let's just pretty much get into it. So it has kind of been going around the community, and I know that I'm late on this. I'm sorry, but it's just been going back and forth. There's been so many videos on YouTube, so many people talking about it, and let me not leave you guys in the dark on what I'm going to talk about in this video. There's a whole bunch of videos talking about which is more sadder, or like which is more depressing, or which one was worse between the death of Nia or Zane. So there has been a whole bunch of videos talking about it. There's literally just a whole bunch of stuff between, oh, Nia's was sadder, oh no, Zane's was sadder, blah, blah, blah. There's just like certain preferences from certain people, and I just thought that I would make this video too and make a video talking about it like other YouTubers have. So I do hope you guys enjoy the video. So let me start off with Zane. So of course, at the end of Ninjago Season 3 Rebooted, we see that the only one able to stand up against the Overlord was Zane. And he was the only one that ended up not being captured by the Overlord in the little things. So what does Zane do? He makes a big decision, and he makes the biggest line ever in Ninjago history that I remember. Zane puts his half mask on, and he's like, "Support me, friends, for one last time." And he goes and he just goes and he just completely overthrows the Overlord with ice. And pretty much after a while, he's there shooting the Overlord with ice and basically stuff like that. Basically Zane ends up blowing up because his body can't control the golden power, because of course he's a ninjoid. But the thing that makes it sad is that while Zane is trapping the Overlord with his ice, he closes his eyes and he smiles, and it basically shows flashbacks of the ninja team and Zane's family, which of course are the ninja and Master Wu of all of them. And he closes his eyes, he smiles while he's taking the Overlord down, and it's showing us the flashbacks that he's having of his family stopping everything and stuff like that. And then basically we see like the little heart monitor, and then basically like after a while it goes dun 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 dun, dun, and then one straight line basically saying that Zane's gone. And the thing that brought it all together for me was that it was the combination of the music. It went da 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 or something like that. I'm trying to remember it out of the top of my head, but it was just the sad Zane having his flashbacks, and literally just the heart monitor thing going jrr, and it was just sad overall. And if I didn't say this yet, but if people did not know, during Zane and Nia's little thing that happened to him, I cried. That's how much of a hardcore Ninjago fan I am, is that I literally cried during these two things, and it's just crazy, and basically stuff like that. So let me basically get into Nia, and then I'll go back to Zane because I do have something to say. So let's get into Nia next. Of course with Nia, okay, of course with Nia, Basically what happened was, and this is the thing that I should have said before in a lot of other Nia videos that I did. This specific part, guys, remember this. Ninjago is a kid show. Ninjago is meant for years 5 to like 10, I think it is. Children would never understand this, and let me tell you guys why. So of course, Jay had water stuck in his lungs, and all of the ninja had to hide from the rampage of King Kalmar and Wajira. And basically what ended up happening was Nia had to make a choice to do what she had to do, which I'll get into in a minute. Nia decided that she was going to walk out and go and confess them. And then I'll tell this right now. Nia walks out of the place that she's hiding from. She turns around, sheds a tear, and says, "I love you," which of course is pronounced, or basically is to Jay. And if you guys really think about it, that's something that kids wouldn't understand. And that's a scene that, like, okay, like, that's meant for like older Ninjago fans like myself and stuff like that. And that was just a sad scene overall. And like right after that happened, we see Nia to make the choice to combine herself with the ocean itself and become the ocean to be able to defeat Wajira and King Kalmar, which of course she does. So right after that end up happening, Nia goes back to the ninja, and of course she's not herself anymore. She's not the original Nia. She's not the Nia we know and love, considering she became the ocean and combined herself with the ocean. She's just not the Nia we know anymore. And right after that happens, we see her talking with Jay, and basically they're just lovebirds and all that. And then right after that happens, she ends up going into the sea and leaving the ninja team, which was also sad, is that Nia doesn't know who she is too well, to the point that she leaves the team and stuff like that. So right after that happened, basically the things that got me sad was that when Master Wu ended up having a funeral for her. And that's the thing that made me shed tears, was that you see Jay and you see Kai and you see Maya and Ray, and then not only that, everybody from Ninjago literally comes to the funeral crying, and it's just crazy overall. We get like a couple of cameos, like we see like Racer 7 in the crowd. It's just crazy. And then basically right at the end, we see all the ninja having bowls of water and putting it into this pot thing to represent Nia, of course, because now she's water, she's the ocean and stuff like that. And now is just the sad part about it. And here's where I go back to Zane, and basically I talk about this for people to know. People state this about which death is the worst. And you guys got to think about it this way. Technically, Nia is not dead. She's not. She's technically still alive. And technically Zane is still alive too. But there's a difference between Nia and Zane. Zane, being a ninjoid, he technically died. Okay? Technically, he did die. He stopped the Overlord, and his body went into so many pieces scattered around a certain area in Ninjago. And then this isn't confirmed, but it was said by a lot of people that Ronin was actually hired by Chen to bring in Zane's pieces of his body to him at Chen's Island to lure the ninja there for Season 4, which is Tournament of Elements, basically because they needed to find Zane and all of that, and basically all of that stuff. Okay, so this is where I get into this. Zane was able to rebuild his body back, of course, in titanium, with him, of course, becoming the next version of Zane, which was the Titanium Ninja, of course. But technically, he lost his body, so that's technically, and that's technically considered death for Zane. Nia, on the other hand, you can say that technically it's her death because she's not normal Nia. She's different now, but technically she didn't lose her body. She didn't lose anything. Okay, well, sorry. She did lose her body because she's water now, but I mean, you guys get what I mean. Zane lost his body, she didn't. So, but yeah, so let me basically not make this video very long. Let me get into the final part that I do want to say is one thing, is that I'll give my personal preference, and then also I want to know in the comment section below, what is your guys' preference? What was more sadder? What was more depressing? Was it Zane or Nia? Let me know in the comment section below. I would greatly appreciate. And basically, I want to know what your guys' thoughts on it is. So my personal preference is I don't really have one. To me, they're both equally sad, and that's only because, like, I've been a fan of Ninjago, like I said, since it came out in 2011. So there's been a lot of stuff going on in Ninjago, but if I would pick one, technically, I would pick Zane. That's what I would pick, because I think it was kind of more sadder. But to be honest, as a Ninjago fan, I think that they're both equally sad to me. So yeah, again, let me not make this video so long. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment on which one is sadder. That's it though. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.